we back and we're gonna do the tier list, man. So I'll let you take the floor.
I'm gonna start with my championship contenders because this is the moment everybody's been waiting for. And I think some of these won't be a surprise, but in order, I got Kenny, Joe, Sabrina.
Okay.
Those three. Little explanation. I got Kenny. I mean, he has a complete team. You got Josh Allen, Mostert. Nobody even knew he was gonna go off like this. Debo, Aaron Jones, James Cook was a steal. No one saw coming. And you can't even forget Jamar Chase, who was his first pick. So you got
Damn.
that.
They didn't wait. They didn't believe in them. Kenny did.
Yes, sir. And now we got Joe, one word Tyreek Hill. If he had the QB, he'd be one, but he got Justin Fields. So I got him number two. I got Sabrina third because arguably I was looking at the rosters, most complete roster, I think. I mean, you got Christian McCaffrey, I mean, unstoppable. Best back in the NFL. And then the next tier, I got the elite tier. I got Shiv, Eric, Tyler. I got Shiv, undefeated. You would expect me to have him in the championship contenders, but I got to see Cooper Cup come back first before I can make any final decisions on that. Right now, he's got an undefeated team. He got Jettas, as good as anyone. Kenneth Walker, Pacheco, shout out RU. And that Pats defense, yeah, Pats defense is, if he had Aaron Rodgers, man, be a force to be reckoned with. But Brock Purdy is kicking. I got a big drop off after Shiv, though, low key. I have Eric.
Damn.
Eric was my previous championship contender at the beginning of the week or the beginning of the season, but he's had a lot of bad luck. I will say he's just been spiraling. King Henry hasn't looked like King Henry, but I still gotta respect him. Alvin Kamara's coming back. You got Mark Andrews, Evans, Madison. So we'll see where that goes. He could always push into the championship tier. We got, I mean, you can Tyler. Tyler got Mahomes. What else do we got to say? You got the best quarterback in the NFL, the best quarterback I've ever seen skill wise.
Stop it. You make me
So
blush.
yeah, like that was a great trade for him. I think it was an even trade all around, but him
Uh,
getting Mahomes to stack with Travis Kelsey, that's a combo nobody wants to see. I mean, you got Mixon, you got Amari Cooper. I mean, that's Deshaun's favorite target. So you got Brees Hall. Pretty stacked team, I would say, pretty solid. And then my next tier is playoff bound. Not gonna go too much into this. I got Keyway, myself, and Danny, and I got Carlo in there as well. So I got four teams.
yeah.
Keyway's had the worst luck of anyone. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Oh
He's one of
yeah.
the highest scoring teams, and he's in last place.
Oh
Hasn't won a game. The only Owen.
yeah. Only
I
Owen,
really
man.
feel bad for him. I faced him and like he dropped 140 points and lost. I mean, man's got Justin Herbert. You got Tony Pollard. You got AJ Brown. You got Jake Elliott, the best kicker. I mean, arguably projected 116 this week. He needs to get it. He needs to get it together. He has to win today, though. If he doesn't, the only reason I don't have him higher is because he's dug himself into a massive hole. I got myself, humbly. I think I would be higher if Joe Burrow was, Joe Burrow, but I'm just trying to hold it down for as long as I can until Burrow can get somewhat healthy. Jacob should get it going. Devontae's playing as good as anyone. Brandon Ayuk, Montgomery has been playing well in the games that he's been healthy. The Bills defense, they're carrying.
Nasty.
So, expecting Stevenson to come back, stronger. So, I'll keep myself there. I got Danny. Injuries are hitting him pretty hard. Pause. But when he's healthy, he's a threat. You got Sam. I mean, not Sam. Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley. You got the 1-2 punch with Waddle and Devontae Smith, Alabama alum, and pretty solid team. So I expect them to go far. And
Okay.
Carlo, I've disrespected him for so long. I think he's in the playoff bound, pushing up. The thing is Kirk Cousins. I don't know how long he can play like this. If he continues to play like this, he's in the elite category as well. He's got Bijan, he's got CeeDee Lamb, he's got DJ Moore. Question mark with Justin Fields throwing him the ball, but and you got George Kittle. Shout out to him, champion of 2021.
Yes, sir.
And then my punishment, rush this real quick. I mean, I feel bad, but Quan, No, Quan, he's in the playoff hunt. Nick Chubb got hurt. T. Higgins, Joe Burrow got hurt, so T. Higgins is struggling. You got Herbert with the job in Chicago, but Chicago sucks. You got Steelers defense is kicking, Jacoby Myers is kicking, Etienne is kicking, but it's just a lot to overcome. And Tua is always a question mark. Right now, he's also one of the best QBs in the league, but someone had to be here. I couldn't fit everyone, and because of Nick Chubb losing your first pick, I got him here along with Will. Let me just get into Will real quick.
Yeah, let's get into it, man. Even after the
Um,
trade?
yeah, with before the trade, I didn't really respect his team.
All right, me
After
either.
the trade, kind of still don't respect. I don't think much really changed. I know I see everyone complaining. I don't think much has changed. I don't think his team is good. Like I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I don't know if this will all make the video, but whatever.
Nah, it's
I'm,
gonna
I'm gonna
make it.
be honest. This man's team is awful. The lowest scoring team, and right now he's the lowest scoring team, and that says a lot. I dropped 54 points the first week and 70 points the second week, and he has less points than I do. Okay. Anyway, I mean, he's not even starting the right players. I don't really think he's even trying because, I mean, as of right now, I mean, he doesn't have Lamar Jackson starting. He has Russell Wilson starting. I get the projections, but like, okay, you know, he's got a DeAndre Swift. He didn't play him last week. He didn't play Adam Thielen last week. You drafted Patrick Mahomes in the second round, early second round, just to trade him after 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, like, I don't think you won or lost the trade. I just think it was silly to draft someone so high and then to trade him for no reason. I don't see the vision. I mean, that's just me personally. Maybe I'm wrong. I had DK Metcalf. He's hit or miss, and I love DK, but they just can't get him the ball. Waller, literally, like, I mean, he needs Daniel Jones to throw him the ball. So, it depends how he's feeling that day. And this team is really just a bunch of mediocre underachievers. Let's just keep it like a stack. They're bona fide scrubs. And this is a bona fide scrub right now, as it is. I don't anticipate him beating anybody else in the league for the rest of the season just because he makes bad decisions and his team is just the worst team. Like, there are teams have gotten injured and he still somehow has the worst roster. And that's it. That's all I got.
The moment we've all been waiting for, TLew Smith's tier list. The blue balls are over, guys. It's time to give it to you.
Oh, but okay, go. Keep going, keep going.
So, in the championship tier, I got NJ's MVP, Kenny. I mean, there's not much to say. His team all around is just brilliant. Next up,
Ooh,
Big
okay.
Baller Brand. I
Yeah.
never actually stopped and looked at his team. Like I knew the top like 2, 3 players, but then when I actually sat there and looked at his team, I'm like, you know what? I think Shiv is back. I think, hey man, he might make the championship, baby. I think he's gonna make the championship. And then in my last spot, it's gonna sound real crazy, but I got Polito Bay Punishers.
Wow. The shocker of the year.
This man Kiwi, I didn't think it was possible, but I remember last year with Johan. Johan had 4 or 5 weeks where I think it was 4 weeks where 3 out of the 4 weeks he faced the highest scoring team. And of those 3 weeks, he was the second highest scoring team. I didn't think anyone could have shittier luck than that. But this
Have
man
to be
Kiwi
fair.
definitely does. Because how are you the leading scorer in the league and you're 0-3? Like some people are like, oh,
Yeah.
he's gonna do the punishment. No, he's not. But I'm just like, damn, like, and even last
Yeah.
week he dropped
Mm-hmm.
140 where you're beating
Mm-hmm.
anyone else in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But he faced the
Literally.
big dog. He faced the big dog. You feel me? He faced the big dog. Burrows before hose. So, I think Kiwi is gonna bounce back. I know
Yeah.
ESPN probably violating him, like, oh man, this guy's trash. But
Don't
they
listen
don't
to that. Don't
yeah,
listen to
they
that.
what I'm saying, listen to me. You know what I'm
Yeah. They
saying?
don't know
Listen,
ball.
they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a bunch of interns and shit. Like,
Yeah.
man, don't you got homework you gotta do or something? Anyways, I got Kiwi. I think his team is pretty good. Next tier we got the elite tier. This one I'm gonna put four people. First person up, I got Bang Van,
Mm,
and I know he had an abysmal week. I was actually surprised, but it happens. I mean, both of us, we would have had the lowest scoring affair if we faced each other week one. 54 and what 56 or some shit.
yeah.
So him having 75 for like 1 week, it happens. I don't think it's
Hmm.
gonna hold up. I know
Yeah.
people are like, oh, they might get rid of Derrick Henry, or oh, Derrick Henry's washed. Or one bad game.
Yeah.
Like he's still
Hopefully he
gonna
has
get.
another bad game, one more bad game, and then he could have all the good games. But keep going.
Oh yeah, no, and I hope he has a
Yeah.
bad game when he faces me too. But I think was he tripping picking, well, it was actually an auto draft. So ESPN was tripping having him above like McCaffrey, which I didn't think was going to happen. But anyways, I think he'll bounce back. I think he's definitely going to make the playoffs, but that was just a tough week. Whew. Next we got Dalvin and the Chipmunks. I mean, there's not much to say. It's just a solid team all around. McCaffrey. I mean, McCaffrey is. I mean, as for it's like the sentence and the period. Like, there's nothing else for me to add. Then we got Gamblers Anonymous. I think Joe, it always drafts well, and I think it's just fantasy luck. There's gonna be weeks where he loses to someone he shouldn't, and there's gonna be weeks where he just claps people. And it's very savvy with that. And then last in this tier, I got Burrows before Hose.
Okay.
Very, very great team. Uh, I mean, it's again not much for me to say. Joe Burrow's injury, he's not gonna drop you 5 fantasy points again, hopefully. Unless like an injury, knock on wood, which that would have to happen early on. But I think his team is just good, and he'll bounce back, and he'll be competing for first in his division. And all this slow start talk and panicking will be a thing of the past, and we'll move on to bigger and better things. Next, we got the playoff hunt. I'm going to start this off with Waddle House. Initially, I had Waddle House in the championship tier. Then he just had the shittiest injury luck imaginable. Literally, both his first two picks out. Now, granted, it's out for only a couple weeks, but those couple weeks can make a difference. Like, honestly, had I faced this team completely healthy, would I have won? Probably not. Next, I have myself, and just the Mahomes and Kelsey stack. It can go nuclear some weeks, and some weeks, if it's a bad week, it could be Kelsey getting 8 points and Mahomes getting 28.
20.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So like, as long as those two always stay solid, and my plug-in guys can, like Cooper and all them could do their part. I think I could hold up and be in the mix. But right now I'm still towards the bottom on the scoring. So once I build some confidence and some wins under my belt, we got a big one, against Dalvin and the Chipmunks. So after a couple more, I might move myself up. But for that, right now, I'm gonna be humble. And last but not least, in this tier, I'm gonna go with the best eighth seed ever. I know he was giving us a lot of shit at first, and I said I didn't want any smoke. And I'm still gonna be. Hey, Carly, you got it, man. You got it, man. But with that name, speaking it into existence, even with primetime Kirk,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, pretty decent team. He has a chance. He has a chance to not make the playoffs. So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah. You had a lot to say early, and Kirk Cousins was dropping like 50, and I don't know how often you could like rely on that, but we respect it for now. There will be more tier lists coming out though.
Oh yeah.
We'll see where we are a few weeks from now.
Oh, absolutely. And then, last year, bottom of the barrel. And I I actually hate saying this because I always actually add this point. It does not matter how bad this man Quan's team can be. He always figures out a way to either win or
Mm-mm,
make the playoffs. And I will never get over that because it doesn't make any sense. Like on
not at
paper,
all.
his team should be in the running for last place, right? Quan just had terrible injury luck. Nick Chubb, injured, and that's just ass. And I think his history of just having no pieces and making it like a championship run, it's very possible. I mean, shit, last year Kiwi made it to the finals, which like it's like literally all the top teams face each other. It could happen like that again.
Yeah,
And he has Tua, MVP Tua. He has, ETN. T. Higgins shouldn't be trash all season long. TJ Hawkinson could easily be the second best tight end in the league. And I'm gonna just kind of ended there. But I think that if anyone were to beat him out for last place, it would be this team.
moment we've been waiting for. Give it to me. Pause.
King Bully Gang, or as of this week, Mexico's Strug Lords. Well, just say King Bully Gang. Will did a great trade. I think it actually helped his team a lot, and I think that the league feels that way too. If anything, I lost a trade, and I personally think I lost the trade because I gave away my elite pieces to get a elite goat quarterback, but that's fine. Anyways, Will,
Okay.
I think you should definitely uh be more cognizant of the waiver wire. You had a chance to get A Chain, and you got a defense. Yeah, I mean, uh, I'm gonna just end it there, bro. I'm gonna just end it there, man. And yeah, that'll be that, man. So thank you for doing this segment with me, man. And we'll be back soon.
Yes, sir. See you later. See you later, alligator.
See ya.
For when we record the next